Hello students, let us continue chapter number 3. So today we are going to discuss our next topic, that is policy of divide and rule. The initial support by the British government to the Indian National Congress soon turned into hostility. The British government officials used to attend the sessions of the Indian National Congress, but later on, the government banned the practice. Governor General Lord Curzon took certain steps against the interest of the national integrity and ignored the opinion of the Indians. He partitioned Bengal in 1905 CE as a part of his policy of divide and rule. Now, the partition of Bengal 1905. Bengal was the biggest province of the British rule. Bengal also included many areas of Bihar and Orissa. Its combined population was more than 7.8 crores. Owing to its large population, it became necessary to divide Bengal for administrating it efficiently. Geographically, Bihar and Orissa should have been separated from Bengal, but Viceroy Curzon separated East Bengal from Bihar. Hindu were in majority in Bihar and Orissa, whereas Muslims were in majority in East Bengal. Hence, it was quite clear that Curzon applied the divide and rule policy and separated Hindu and Muslims. He knew that Bengal was the most vacant province during those times. By dividing it in this manner, communal differences between Hindus and Muslims would increase and their unity would break. However, national leaders and people of India fully opposed this wicked policy. Now, Bang Bang movement against the partition of Bengal. People opposed this effort to break the unity and integrity of Bengal by rallies, demonstrations, and by distributing pamphlets. Vande Mataram song from the novel Anand Mat, written by Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, became the popular slogan during this protest. The nation was swept by a strong waves of nationalism. People in Bengal observed the day of the implementation of the partition as the mourning day. People went on a strike all over the region. As per the suggestion of Rabindranath Tagore, that day was also celebrated as the Day of Unity. Now, Swadeshi movement. It was decided to intensify the movement against the partition of Bengal, that is Bang Bang movement, and expand its base. The main three characteristics of the movement were: first, to trade and use Indian, that is Swadeshi goods only; second, to boycott imported goods; third one, to acquire national education and boycott the English education. To achieve these goals, a committee was formed under the leadership of renowned members of the Indian National Congress like Surendranath Banerjee, Bipin Chandra Pal, Arvind Ghosh, etc. They urged the Indians to boycott foreign goods and clothes and use Swadeshi goods. Through articles in newspapers, procession, public meetings, and folk songs, people were made to understand the importance of using Swadeshi goods. Factories were started to produce Swadeshi goods. The import of goods like textile, salt, shoes, sugar, cigarette, tobacco, etc. from England decreased drastically, and the sale of Indian commodities and textile increased. The Swadeshi movement spread in other parts of India too. Now, national education. The third feature associated with the Swadeshi or the boycott movement was the national education. Students took an active part in the Bang Bang movement. As a result, many punitive actions such as leaving fine or expelling students from the schools, college were taken by the government. This called for an optional arrangement of national schools colleges for students. In the year 1907 CE, 25 national secondary schools and 300 national primary schools became functional in Bengal. Rabindranath Tagore started Vishwa Bharati School in Shanti Niketan in the year 1901 CE. The British government failed in subsidizing the Bang Bang movement. Finally, the British government had to cancel the partition of Bengal in the year 1911 CE. It was a historical and a memorable victory of the people of Bengal that was achieved through peaceful and non-violent means. Now, student, for your knowledge, you can go through these things to know given in your textbook. Now, rise of extremists. Leaders like Dadabhai Nauroji, Surendranath Banerjee, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Firoz Shah Mehta believed in acquiring political rights through constitutional measures. They were known as the moderates since they had adopted a moderate attitude as per the trends of the time. The moderates prepared a strong ground for national awakening by uniting the educated middle class. They sowed the seeds of self rule, equality, democracy, freedom in the minds of Indians. The outcome of their work formed a group of Indian youth who were enthusiastic, awakened, and confident. Now, student, you can see the picture given in the textbook. First one is Dadabhai Nauroji, second one Surendranath Banerjee, and the third is Gopal Krishna Gokhale. Now, moderate leaders. In contrast to the moderate ideology, there was a group of three leaders. Lala Lajpat Rai from Punjab, that is Lal. Bal Gangadhar Tilak from Maharashtra, that is Bal. And Bipin Chandra Pal from Bengal, that is Pal. These leaders wanted to acquire the self-rule not as a favor but as their right. They followed the policy of aggression and revolution and hence were called the extremists. Now, student, I will explain you the further topic in my next video. Thank you.